Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 55 of our Season 2 for Medieval Dynasty. Today we're going to work on a little bit more decoration. We're going to get some lighting up around the fence line, I hope. We might do a little bit of a sale run, mostly to purchase more wool, because the lights take a lot of wool, and we are not getting it as quickly as I would like. We're also going to make some scythes for the villagers so that they can harvest the rye and we don't have to. We're not going to get the double effect that we get from our skills, but honestly, we don't need it anymore. We've got plenty of money, and at this point, we're basically just holding steady while we get everything decorated and looking nice before the update. But, yeah, if you learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and drop in. Alrighty, here we are. It is still winter, so I want to double check our wife and our child and make sure that we have given them their gifts. I'm pretty sure we have, but I want to make for absolute positive so that we don't miss a season, because we were going for that achievement. Nope, I already gave her one. Where's the kiddo? He's over this way. Now, we're not too awful far off from being able to sleep for the season change, so we're definitely going to want to prepare for that. Let's see. Oh, he's still playing with his previous gift. Perfect. So everything there is groovy. Let's go ahead and make some scythes. We've got several farming sheds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's make 16 scythes. Maybe. We might only be able to make 8. So it's going to be 32 iron bars. Yeesh. Well, we can always make more later. That's not a huge deal. But let's get started with these, because I don't want to have to break to handle the fields. So we're giving up on that. We're finally going to let them start harvesting the fields. We don't need the double income anymore. We've got plenty enough money. That's not really a problem. So we'll just do it this way. Alright. Scythe. You know what, let's put that one in there too. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so we barely have enough for 4. We have enough for 5 more scythes, and then we are out of iron bars. Although we do have enough to make 40 more here. We might be able to make enough for 2 for everybody, but we'll hold off for now. So those will last them several seasons, so that's not really going to be a huge deal. I'm going to make sure that they have enough bags to start the flax. That's going to be a thing. And then we want to make as much wool thread as we can. Oh my. There was way more wool in there than I thought there was. And I am okay with that, because that is going to save us some effort. So I think it's either 2 or 4 wool thread per one of those lights. So we're going to want to make sure that we have a little bit extra. I mean, we're making 40 now, which is fantastic. That would be enough for 40 hats, except we're not doing hats anymore. I mean, we may at some point. It is 4 apiece, so that's only enough for 10 lights. Oh, shit, we need more leather. We might actually have to go and get some leather ourselves. That might be a thing. What else did it take? Logs and sticks. So let's put all... Well, we're going to put our logs and sticks away for right now, because if we're going to go hunting, then it's not going to do to have that extra weight on us, particularly the logs and stones. That's going to be a lot. Now, I think we already sheared the sheepies for this season. I don't think we can get away with doing it again. Nope, I was incorrect. Which is fine. That's actually a good way to be incorrect, because now we're going to get more... Oh, I was sort of incorrect. Only one of them is letting us shear it. Oh, nope, more than one. Okay, for some reason we have 2 that won't let us shear. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it is mildly annoying. Sheepies. Where are you? We'll probably grab the manure. We might not, when we get some more people coming off of maternity leave, we might throw some of them in these, in the horse stalls to see if we can get them to breed a little bit faster. We know that they will breed without somebody in there, but it seems to take significantly longer. It's a 20% chance per season because we have 1 male and 1 female. And it's been 16 seasons since the last breeding, so we're not doing well. We should effectively be getting 1 every 5. Well, we have a 1 in 5 chance. I mean, in a perfect world, we would get 1 every 5, but you know how statistics works. It's black magic, I swear. I love math, I really do. I absolutely adore numbers, and I'm very good with them, but statistics makes me sad on a level I cannot possibly explain. It is the only time when I was in college that I actually had to study for a math class. Generally speaking, just sitting through a lecture was enough for me, but doing statistics just does not make sense to me like regular math does, like algebra and what have you. Even finite mathematics makes more sense to me than statistics. Now it looks like we're gonna have to make some extra shears. We just broke ours, which is fine. I think it's just the 1 iron, so it's not the end of the world. The big deal is I think the sheep just went to bed. That's alright, we know how to wake them up. You just punch it in the butt. There we go. Looks like we only missed 1 so far, provided this other one doesn't lay down right away. We might just let the 1 go and just shear them all again next season. Trying to shear... Waking them all up to shear 1 is kind of... I guess there's 2. Well, there were those 2 that wouldn't let us shear them. It might be those 2. So we might be waking them up for no reason. So we're just going to let 2 of them slide this season. No biggie. We want wool, which is at the very bottom. Yes. And that will get us some extra wool thread. I also want to see how we're doing on limestone. So I don't think we need a terrible lot in this village. We probably need quite a bit in the other. but I might be switching us over to more clay for sales reasons. Because I think that house still has one tile left. Let's get a couple tiles left. Alright, so if we throw this wool in here, let's see what we have for limestone. Oh, Lord, yes. We still move like that? Yeah, well enough. Alright, we can add insulation. Because we're also going to want clay to do the daub insulation as well. Just shy. We are one limestone shy. That was almost perfect. Alright. I believe that's the last of the stonework here, period, including work buildings that need limestone for upgrades. I think everything else is going to be daub. So that's exciting. But that also means that we can now come in here and change our extraction over. We want these guys to be entirely on clay now. And anything extra is just going to be icing on the cake. Now what are you out of? You're out of shovels. Okay, that's an interesting turn of events. Oh right, we don't have them making shovels, do we? Well, that explains that. So they don't really go through them that fast, so we didn't really bother to set it up. Oh shit, it's 4 apiece. For a shovel? That seems excessive. That should make us 3. That'll last them a little while, because it took them quite a while to work through those shovels, so... why was that only 2? Because I can't friggin' count. We are 1 bar shy of the 3rd. But you know what? I'm not going to bother getting another bar. We're just going to throw the rest of these back. And, excuse me. Yeah, we're just going to throw these back and, throw the 2 shovels in there. It's not going to be a big deal. Alright. We got some eggs to come over here. And then we need to fix our arrows if we're going hunting, because that's going to be a problem. Although I'm really thinking we should wait until fall to go hunting, because we are ready for the season change, so that's good. Let's go ahead and grab our presents for our boy and our wife. So we'll do... I guess it doesn't matter now, we can go straight down the line for her. We'll get a toy sword for him, and we will sleep the season away. Here's hoping we get an event. Spring is right around the corner, and the sight of green trees and blooming flowers filling everyone's hearts with joy. That's a good... okay. Sweet. Extra mood. Hey, wife. Romance. I got you something.
Goodbye.
Come back, kid.
What can I do for you?
I got you something, too.
See
There you go,
soon.
kiddo. Alright, now I'm not actually going to harvest any of this. We're gonna let them do it. But we do need to change over the fields to flax all the way around. That is a lot of fields to switch over, but it'll be worth it. Okay. Flax. We have 2 fields that they didn't finish, and we didn't finish for them because we really don't need that much. We still have over 1,000... Well, we have almost 10,000 flour left over. So we really, really, really do not need it. Because we weren't crafting a bunch of it ourselves either. We had them doing most of it. So that, in effect, changed how that worked out. We could do it ourselves. They do definitely have enough selling power to get it done, but I would really rather have them do it so that we don't have to worry about it. Because, I mean, at this point, we don't need to grind hard for money. We've got all the money we could ever want. So we'll just let them handle the grunt work now. We don't need to worry about it. You know, there's an achievement for going into debt for taxes, and I think we might try it this season. I don't know if there's an interest or anything, but I've never done it before. I don't have said achievement, so I think what we will do is actually go into debt to get that achievement, because 14,000 is definitely more than the 2,000 it takes for the achievement. And, yeah, we will get that squared up, and then we'll pay our taxes immediately thereafter. I really actually like how this turned out. I really want to get those lights going up around it, but we're going to need some more leather because we took all of our leather for bags for the farmers. We're also going to drop these wolves. I know they're fur, but I don't want to get surprised by them. Either coming or going. Okay, this village looks really cool from out here. I'm very happy with how this is turning out. There you are. Let's let our stamina come back, buddy. Okay, we got 2 more wolves. Well, he'll be back. He will definitely be back. And we forgot a knife. Watch him come back while I'm making the knife, because that would totally figure. I would really prefer another iron knife, but... I don't know how I missed that, but alright. It all worked out in the end. I think it was a bit of a panic shot. There's still 1 wolf out here. So we saw 3. And one of them scarpered off when we nailed him. And I don't know if that was him coming back or if that was the other one wandering. Even money. Oh, he bled out. Alright, well, that's convenient. So that should be all 3 wolves. We'll double check the map, but that should be all 3 of them dead. No, there's still a wolf left. That is a deer, though. Well, there's several deer through here. A couple of bucks. Yeah, we really need to come back with an iron knife because this stone... We're going to have to make a stone knife like every 3-4 kills if we don't. And with 3 leather per, we're going to be out here forever. Although at this point I think we only have 1 or 2 deer left too. So we got one wolf and 1 or 2 deer left. And then we should be ready to move to a different area. Where was that big one? He was up here. Oh, don't tell me he's in the... No? There he is. That went clean over its head. That was a bad shot all the way around. I should not have rushed that. I am not the greatest hunter. But that's alright. We get by. And that's all the more you can ask for, right? You know, we'll just make 2 more knives this way, and then we should be good, at least for this area. Doop. Alright, now we had an arrow that went sailing off over here. It might well be gone forever. So I don't remember exactly which direction we were facing when I launched it. Oh well, we can always make more. That's not a problem. So if we start heading back towards the village, we should be able to find that 4th wolf. I think that's a fox. That is a fox. I wouldn't mind pigs either. These pigs are good leather as well. Not as good as deer and moose, but they're still pretty good leather. I am not seeing the last wolf. Oh, but I hear him. Good enough. That was the last one, right? Yep, so the wolf's grayed out now. We are clear. That should be the only hostile mob in the area. Now we can hunt deer, relatively unmolested. We're not going to bother with the foxes because they're more fur. The wolves are also fur, but they are hostile. Now, I don't think we got all the deer. No, we did not. So I thought that there were 2 deer left. The one that we fired at and missed. There's 2 deer right here. And there was another one that was slightly up the hill from us. There might have been 3 deer left. I don't know, sometimes it's hard to tell. Alright, so we'll get our, that doe that just scarpered off. And then we'll check the map, because I think we're out of deer at this point. No? No. Well, hello. Oh, you're lynx. Okay. There might be an encampment up there, though. I don't know if that is part of the railing or... Nope, there is a bandit encampment right there. Alright, well, it's been a while since we've had some fun with bandits. Ah, that was a shoulder shot. Ow. Excuse you. Well, that was not as clean as it could have been. I don't know why we had that one arrow that bounced off a dude's face, but it's alright. I was kind of counting on it to kill him. Where's your... Where are the tools? And why are they not showing up? It's like one of you had a nut. Yeah, it's not showing up when I do the alt menu. That's super weird. All right, well, so one of these guys had an axe. I thought both of them had weapons, but I could be wrong. Or it's under. Oh, there it is. There's his axe. Okay. Huh. There was a lot of bandits in this little camp. I'll take the crate, but I'm going to leave the firewood. Wheat beer? That doesn't sound pleasant. Looks like they rolled a cabbage farmer. There's a stick there, but I would like that torch. There we go. Water skin. Coin pouch. Ooh, 107. Alright. Well, that's that. And then we've got plenty of healing potions, so we are going to be right back up to full. Like it never happened. And we can eat some of their meat and save our scrambled... our scrambled eggs are at half. We may as well just eat those. Oh, there's 2 more deer. Oh no, there's 1. There's 1 that happened to be close to a tree, so it looked like there were 2. Not entirely sure what just happened there. That first arrow looked like it passed right through his head. I'm wondering if I was just out of render distance or something. I don't... Well, no, he was rendered. I don't know what that was about. It's stuck in his head. And then the one that hit his body passed through. I wonder if it was a lag spike, if he was dead and just didn't realize it, kind of a thing. So that second one should have been a body shot. Boar are also really good leather, so we may as well grab them while we're here. And they're hostile, which means it's good hunting XP. But they are rarely alone, so we need to find his friends. Map. Oh, yep, we got all the deer. There are still a couple of boars, and there are some moose. Now, I don't want to get a big moose. Big moose takes a headshot and 2 body shots to kill. The little moose take 1 headshot and 1 body shot, so you can pop them in the head and then the body as they run away. Although if he's just going to stand there staring at us, we may as well just go with it. Oh! Interesting. Hey, Venomous, what's going on, man? Stop by and hit the like button. Hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving and an even better weekend. You too, man. Thanks for stopping by. It's always a joy to see you. Have a fantastic night at work, man. That was a piggy. We are getting leather for some new lampposts. I don't know why there's a random iron arrow over here, but I guess just go with it. Wonder if it fell off the moose. Oh, for the love of all that's holy. Can't hit the broadside of a barn from the inside. The question is, how far do we chase him? Well, I think that one got away. I have no idea. Oh, there he is. I'll let our stamina come back here. Okay, I don't know why the male went down in 2 shots like he wasn't supposed to, and the female just took 8-3. 1 to the head and 2 to the body like it wasn't a thing. So they're almost behaving backwards. That's super weird. But we should be able to follow the spoor. And she's not going to make it far. Yeah, she didn't make it very far. Alright. So let's fix our arrows and head on home. So we do have a decent amount, I'm assuming, of leather at this point. 41. It's not great, but it's not terrible. We don't need a terrible lot for these lights. Also, they'll have been collecting leather while we were out and about, so there's that as well. I really do like how that fence looks. I might take off that little tail, though, and just run it along the road all the way down. Make it so that they have to come through the main alleyway to get into the houses, kind of a thing. Because realistically, we don't really use the side alleys ourselves at all. There's no real reason to. We had an iron knife? We had an iron knife. Why wasn't he using the iron knife to skin stuff? It said that we didn't have one. That's frustrating. That goes in food storage, yeah. Well, that's the thing that happened. Now, they're out of something to sell. And it looks like it is not vials, and it is not baskets? It's not baskets. So it's got to be either wine or, what you call it? The stuff that we make out of flour. Flatbread. So we're going to start with the wine and see if that doesn't fix our little problem. Excuse me while I get a drink. Thank you. Back to work. Alright, cabbage. Meat. Onions that are just going to go bad in here. We can throw the plum wine in there. Throw some roasted meat in there. It ain't going to hurt anything. Throw the wheat beer in there. Somebody will drink it. Wow! They made short work of this. I'm impressed. They're actually doing better. I think not having the scythes was what was throwing them off, because they're doing much better now. They're all working their own fields like they're supposed to. So I think trying to force them to let us harvest everything was actually screwing everything up. Which shouldn't really surprise me. Alright, so this will give them the almost 40 more wine. We can also go and grab some more clay, we might need to. Because it's one thing to not go on sale runs because we don't need the money, it's another to let our passive income lax because that's how you start losing money, and then before you know it, you're broke again. So I would like to keep the passive income running and just not worry about making the sales runs. At least that's the plan. We'll see how long before I get tired of that too. Because realistically, we don't need coins. The only thing that we need coins for is taxes, and we have enough tax money. We have enough money for taxes for 10 years. So, or no, I'm sorry. We have enough money for taxes for 100 years. So, that's not a problem. Alright, you know, I would like to make a new iron knife for us, though. Because for some reason it wasn't registering that other one. So we're just going to pretend like that one's broken, throw it in here, let them sell it, and grab a new one. Make a new one. We can throw the water skin in there, it ain't going to hurt anything. They're not going to fill it because we only have them filling buckets, so... did they finish all of the fields, or is that just over here? Wow. You know what? It looks like they got all the fields done. They have completely harvested all of the rye for us. That was super fast. I am very impressed. It's half what we normally get, but seeing as we still have almost 10,000 flour left over, it's not the end of the world. How's our weight doing? Yep, we're back down where we should be. We need to grab 2 new health potions, because I used 2, and then forgot about it promptly. Oh, that's a lot of leather. Okay, we're fine now. We're fine on leather. Let's, oh, that's a lot of manure. How is our fertilizer? That could be bad. Nope, our fertilizer's fine. Limestone's fine. I already forgot what I was in here for. Rye, right. That was short-sighted. I should have come in on the horse. Yep, yep, yep. Come on, Billy. Get a move on. So this is also going to give us almost 5,000 more, what you call it? Straw. Which is going to be very handy. If I can remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Alright, lady. No, get off on the other side of the horse. What is wrong with you, Racemare? Were you dropped on your head as a baby?
Hello there.
Yeah, I need you to move. Thank you. There we are. Yeah, I think by letting them do the harvesting now, we should be fine. I think that's what was botching the AI. They were basically losing an entire day instead of only part of a day. There we go. Now our straw's good. Oh, that reminds me. We need to look at people and jobs. So, anybody off maternity leave? No. We should have 3 new people that just went on maternity leave. So our excavation shed is missing 1. Our mine is missing 1. So we can move you to the other mine. We could do that. Or we could just leave it be. It's probably not going to hurt anything to leave it be. The wells are fine. The woodshed is fine. Hunting is full. Farming. Everything's manned. Okay. Okay, that'll do. Animals. The second fold doesn't matter. We didn't need anybody there. The second pigsty probably wouldn't hurt to have somebody there, but I don't think we have the manpower for it at the moment. Production. We have a kitchen that's missing someone. That's going to hurt us. The sewing hut's good. The smithies are down, people. That's going to hurt us bad. We are going to run low on tools. That's alright. We can take that up ourselves. We are missing a vendor. That's going to be a problem. So let's get everything repaired. Wow. That's a rough season. Alright, do we have somebody that we can slot in here? Only a lumberjack. Or craftsman. Let's take a craftsman. Then we'll just move her out later. Okay, now we need to go and make the flour. And then probably use some of it because that's the only thing that they're going to be short on right now for sale. Oh my god, this is going to make almost another 10,000. It's going to be like 9,000 and some change. 8,730. Yeesh. Okay. So let's, for the time being, throw our flour in here, of which we now should have absolutely astronomical amounts. Yep, 15,000 flour. And we're going to take 9 logs? 12 logs. Let's take 12 logs. And we're going to turn these into buckets and give them a little bit of help. This is not where you turn them into buckets. Now, I don't know if we have to wait till the end of the season for that achievement to pop or the end of the year. I'm not entirely sure when it becomes debt. But seeing as it tells you to pay in spring, I'm assuming it's going to be the end of the season. Alright, there's our 12 buckets. We'll just grab a huge fistful of flour and get some of that done, and then we can start fooling with our lights. How much can we take before we are overburdened? 30 kilograms? You know what? We don't really need the horse for this. That'll save us some time and effort. Boop. Alright. I need you to scrap her out, mate. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. That'll make them 40 at a time. We'll see how much flour that knocks down each go. So we're not by any means going to do all of the flour. That's going to take entirely too long. So that ate through 320 flour. But I also want to get a little bit more clay so we can get a little bit more wine and ignore them for a little longer. But at the very least, we are now selling everything that we're trying to sell, which makes me happy. I feel like they fixed the AI here, because he's over there sweeping instead of just going right back to the station as soon as I cleared out, so that's nice. We don't have to consistently tell him to get out of the way. Now, Stesso pointed out that for streamers, for this game, that there's the possibility of being entered into the new update early. You have to submit an email to them with your channel name and a channel description. He pointed that out to me. They put the notice up during Thanksgiving yesterday. He pinged me on Discord. And so I sent it in. We'll see how it goes. They did say with a following, and we do have a bit of a following, but realistically, guys, we have 220 subscribers, 222. Compared to some of the people that have tens of thousands, it's entirely possible that we are too small for them to take an interest in. But the worst thing they can tell us is no, so I submitted it. And we'll see how that shakes out. We'll do a couple more trips, because it was going to be 10 trips total to use up all the flour that I'd brought. So we'll see how far along we are, because I wasn't counting. I was paying more attention to what I was saying than I was what I was doing. Yeah, we're about halfway there. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's plenty. We'll probably have to make more later because they are not keeping up at the pace that they're selling, and they are barely selling at the pace that we're harvesting, so we're gonna have to help. We can't afford for them to keep falling behind on that. It is going to start stockpiling flour if we let that happen. Although maybe not, because we didn't get double the flour this season. Well, we did get double the flour. We didn't get double the rye this season. So maybe it won't be so bad. We'll see how it shakes out. Alright, so let's go ahead and sleep, just to pass the time. We're going to go and get some clay to make a little bit more wine, and then we will get started. Woo, I can't go out that way anymore. That's why I left the gap here. This is not the right path. There we go. But yeah, we are going to get some clay, get a little bit more wine made up, and then start on our light poles over the fence. And possibly redoing... We're not going to redo part of the fence that we've already put up, but we are going to work on how the fence wraps around the village. Because as cool as it is to have those pathways to the houses open, I feel like it would be more protected and better looking if we closed off the walkways to the houses, because they all open out on the other side of the village as well. So, like, they have to walk down the main thoroughfare to get to the residential area, but that's fine. And we want to go to the main thoroughfare anyway, because that's where we live, basically. Free iron shovel. And extra clay. That's already worth it. So there's our replacement shovel, which means we don't need to... Do we not have a shovel? Oh. Oh, right, ours broke. No, ours didn't break. I pawned it off on the people harvesting clay, that's what happened. Because it was almost broken. So when we made the new shovels, we took a 100%er and gave them our busted one. And if they want to complain about it, they can complain about it, because we made them anyway, so meh. And starting a new season. I'm excited because we're going to have that whole new map to explore, and that's going to be amazing. And I'm excited to see how the new mechanics work, how the new story rolls. I am not excited that we will be dropped all the way back to stone tools, because I am really, really used to the iron ones now, and I don't want to deal with the crap ones. I would love to just make some extra knives in the early beginning and buy the iron tools. But I remember we tried to do that in Season 2, this season, at the start, and the best that we could get was copper for purchase, until we started unlocking some stuff. I don't know if it's time-gated, or if it's gated based on one tier above what you're able to craft, but it is gated somehow. Or it might just be RNG and we got incredibly unlucky. That is also possible. But I'm hoping to get iron tools as quickly as possible, because we're not going to launch straight into building a city and making as much money as possible in the beginning. I want to explore and see what the map looks like before we pick a place to actually bed down. It's going to be an entirely new map, and we don't know where all the flat spots are from the get-go, so it's going to be interesting, and I'm excited by that. The prospect of exploring in this game again is awesome because it's been over a year. Okay, it's been longer than that. It's been a couple of years since anything in this game was new to us. So, landscape-wise. I mean, if you guys have watched Season 1, I took probably a year-and-a-half break from the game. And when we started streaming again with Season 1, I was not aware that they had added bandits to the game. So I heard footsteps, looked up and saw a human and thought, oh cool, there's a villager walking around now. They added ambient people. And then promptly got stabbed in the face. It actually managed to get me to jump because I was not expecting that. All right. I'm seriously considering knocking our seasons down to 2 days on the new map as well. Mostly for late game. In the early game, that's going to make it harder, but in the late game, it's going to make it better. Because like right now, the 3-day seasons is too much. We spend half of our time just wasting time. But in the beginning, that's going to make the game more difficult, which honestly, at this point, is probably for the best, because we have min-maxed the shit out of it at this point, so a little bit of added difficulty is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't want the artificial difficulty of making it more difficult to kill things and easier for us to die. I would rather it be a difficulty of a time crunch instead. Hey Alex, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day. It's Friday. I don't know if you have the weekend off or not, but here's hoping. That's going to give us a bunch of clay for some more vials. We'll get the booze made up, and then we can work on those lights. There's another fish ring. That's bizarre. It must... Whoop. That was a tree. It must be the way that they spawn in, the fishies. Not entirely sure on that. It's definitely weird, though. Alright, Odilon, I need you to move, buddy. We used a lot of our clay for other stuff, so that's why we're a little bit behind on the bottles. You have it off? You're already drunk? Fantastic. I was going to have a few drinks tonight, but I figured if we were going to stream, it's probably not a good idea. My filter is not great when I'm sober. It is absolutely awful when I am intoxicated. Did they make any extras for us? Well, they've got a little bit of extra clay there. We can probably make another 1 or 2. 3 grand. And wine bottles. 12. Excellent. But I may have a drink or two after stream before I go to bed, just because, you know, why not? It's been a while. A few weeks, anyway. And I've got some strawberries and cream moonshine that I've been waiting to try. So that might be fun. It sounds fantastic. Not a problem when you're surrounded by people that are comfortable with you, but not a great idea for broadcast. Exactly. Absolutely, Alex. That is the problem. Also, I've got a mouth when I'm not paying attention. And, yeah, that's a real quick way to get my channel shut down. Alright. We should be good to do some building. Would like to grab some more food, though. Because apparently we ate all of ours? No, we didn't. No, we did. So yeah, grabbing some extra food's probably not a terrible idea. Yeah, I hear you. Let's come on down to the scrambled eggs. Okay, so 4, 4, 2, and 8. Alright, apparently we have more wool that we can make more thread out of, so let's do that. And then we can do our math based on wool, because it's going to be our biggest constraint. And we are inside someone again. Oh. We were inside Edita. That's awkward. Okay. So that was not what I meant to click on. I don't want Discord open while we're streaming because it will ping incessantly. Okay, so with our handy dandy calculator out, 61 divided by 4 is 15. I didn't need a fucking calculator for that. Because minutes and hours, like, that was dumb. Strawberry moonshine, meaning it was distilled from strawberry, or like a liquor that was alcohol first and later flavored adding strawberries. I'm not entirely sure what the process for making moonshine is. It is usually made by rednecks in the woods, so I'm assuming that the strawberries and cream are added afterwards, but I'm not positive on that. That is something I would have to look up to give you a good answer on. 2 logs. So if we're making 15 of these, we're going to need 30 logs. It's mostly clear, with a little bit of pink to it. And then sticks 8 times 15. So 8 times 4 is 60. Or no, 15 times 4 is 60. So it should be 120 sticks. Oh, that was bad. The horse is now behind us. Come on, Philly. Alright, now I think that we can get away with putting these up against the fence. Probably distilled from strawberry then if it's mostly clear. Yeah. Okay. We are going to put all but two of these logs on him for now. Hey, Melody, what's shaking? Oh, yeah, that works nicely. Look at that. What do you think, every other or every 3 panels to put a new light? Should we put a light here? Or should we skip that one and put one here instead? Or we could skip 3 and put it here, I suppose. But they don't give off much light. So I'm thinking maybe here. And that way you would have one to either side of each lantern that it's responsible for. Place 1, skip 2, place 1, skip 2, kind of a thing. Let's give that a try and see how it turns out. So then skip 1, skip 2, place 1 here. Yeah. Oh, that one's off center. Oh well. Ooh, well, these are too expensive to redo. So that one's just going to live off center. Skip 1, skip 2. So that way, do the kind of thing. Hey, James. Alright, but I think this way, so like this pole is responsible for its panel, and this panel. And then the next one will be responsible, so one to either side, and then the one that it's on. And I think that's going to be the best way to stagger these. Realistically, with as little light as they give off, we probably want one every panel, but that is going to be far more expensive than I'm willing to deal with. Material-wise. 1, 2, and 1 here. I honestly don't know if we're going to be able to do it this way all the way down. I hope so, but we'll see. This is also going to make it a lot easier when we come home to not accidentally run into the fence trying to get back into the village. We'll be able to clearly see where the fence line is through these. So there's 1, 2, this one needs 1. Point it west, get it towards the middle. One, 2, here. Point it west, towards the middle. So Stesso pointed out to me that they were doing a thing for streamers to get early access to the update. But they did specifically say people with a following. So he pointed it out to me, and I did submit, but I will not be terrifically surprised if we don't get in. Because we only have 222 subscribers, but we did put it in because the worst thing they can do is tell us no. If you don't do it, you get the bees. 1, 2, and 3. So I am waiting anxiously to hear back from them regarding that. There's a very real possibility that we will get into the update a little bit early. Right? You know, I have a little over triple the watch hours required to become monetized, and we have less than a quarter of the subscribers required to become monetized. So people are watching, they're just not subscribing. It looks like around 68% of the people that watch do not subscribe. So I don't know if I'm just not for them, and they're all unique visitors, or if there are people that just don't feel like subscribing. But that does seem to be an issue. I am fully willing to take the blame that I am just not for everybody, because I know that I am not for everybody. Let's see, 1, 2, doop. Okay. I got 1, 2, so we'll put 1 here. Yeah, see down here where we cut it in, I think we're going to fix that. We're going to change how that works. Oh, thanks, Alex. That's fair enough. I still appreciate it, though. Oh, thank you, James. I appreciate that, man. I try to at least be entertaining, if nothing else. Although I am not the greatest entertainer, I am a lot more of the let's see how we can break the game's mechanics kind of a person. But, you know, it takes all types, right? Okay. Entertaining to you? Well, thank you, Melody. I appreciate that. So it looks like we have enough for one more light post. But we have hit... I don't want to come this way yet. I actually want to knock these down. Oh, maybe not. We're not where I thought I was. I thought we were over here. These are the ones that I want to knock down. So we can turn here. Okay, so we've got... We're going to count this as 1, even though it's 2 because it's a 90-degree angle. So 1, 2... So we'll put the next one here. Having a large share of unsubscribed viewers is better for discoverability. It really is. Yeah. And then part of the problem is we did that tribe game, and that was fun, and I enjoyed it, but YouTube did not like me changing what I normally do. It has me pigeonholed at this point as a Medieval Dynasty person, so anytime that I do anything other than Medieval Dynasty, it gives out almost no discovery. You can see in your metrics for your channel how many times it has recommended your videos and by video, and the tribe ones are like 5 and 6 times, whereas these are like 20 and 30,000 times. So that's a problem. But as long as we stay with Medieval Dynasty, it likes me, so that's a thing. YouTube needs to have a serious rival. They almost did with Twitch until Twitch botched their monetization system. It was going well, and they were a serious competitor there for a long time, until they decided that they were going to take 70%. then everybody just kind of scattered after that. Although I had issues with Twitch getting anybody to watch anything that I did, whereas with YouTube it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great because it's still not kind to the small people, but it wasn't as bad as Twitch. I wish it didn't work like that. Yeah, it's normal for a person to have multiple interests. I absolutely agree, Alex. And there are other games that I would absolutely love to explore, and probably will anyway, honestly. We'll just take the hit to the viewership. But there are other games that I would like to explore at some point that we are probably going to anyway. That will not be the most beneficial to the numbers. And that's okay. I would rather do what makes me and you guys happy than, you know, what makes YouTube happy. Alright, well, we are completely out of wool now, so our torches are what they are. I do want to work on that wall a little bit, though. I think it's neat to have these alleyways for roads for the villagers, but I would actually rather continue the wall all the way up and around, because they can still get to their houses through the walkways if they pass through the barn. So we're going to tear down these 4 panels and adjust our wall a little bit here. And I think we're actually going to leave this area as kind of a green space with the trees and what have you. I think it'll be nice. Log fence. So we want to start this right smack in between, because there was almost no transition visible when we did it that way. So we are going to come up to the road here. Now it's going to red on us if we get too close to the road. It actually lets us pretty damn close to the road. Yeah. Just take it through this way. Like that. Now we can carry it from this side around down that way and mesh it back up. But I think with those lights over the side, the way that we've been doing, it'll work out really, really well as far as looks go. Netflix CEO once said that their biggest competitor is sleep. I'd believe that. Although I'm very particular in the shows that I will watch. So I have a tendency to watch in bursts of Netflix. I will watch it for a week or two regularly and then not again for months. Because a lot of the stuff that they have just doesn't interest me. Oh, we don't have any wool, so I'm assuming that it's actually time to go to sleep. Let's see if we can get away with going to sleep. Oh, you know what? Let's go look at our lights, since they should be on right now. You can't get into fiction? I kind of prefer fiction. But it has to be a specific type of fiction. Alright, I don't know where our horse went. Okay, so let's come around here. Ah, sorry, didn't want to cough in your ear. Oh wow, that looks cool! Especially as you round that corner. That's a super cool effect. I really like it. And that's where we ran out. Okay. Yeah, I am very happy with how that turned out. They're not very bright, but spaced like that, it should be enough. Now we're going to work on the wall a little bit while we wait for our wool supplies to come back up. We should have more than enough lumber to get this done. Yeah, we still have like 1,200 left. I want to keep that effect going for the entirety of the length of the wall. You mean like just set them up there, or... It wouldn't be a bad idea to put some like tables down with some weapons on them, I suppose. They really need a quiver. That would look really cool. Although I suppose it would take the place of the backpack and nobody would use it. Well, it looks like 2 of the trees wound up outside. But most of the trees wound up inside. Or at least the trees that we decided to leave up. We had a target outside to shoot at from the watchtower. Yeah? Yeah, we could. That's a really good idea, Alex. We might actually do that. I like Melody's idea, too, of bows and arrows up in there. I wish that we had some kind of a weapon stand, like we did in Sengoku Dynasty. But I don't think we do. Wow, we made it much further than I thought we did. Yep, y'all are gonna have to find a different way around. Oh, I almost just locked somebody's kid inside a fence. That was close. the table doesn't work up there, you can make one of the baskets and planks. Yeah, that's not a terrible idea either. Out of baskets and planks. Obviously, you would lay the planks between the baskets, but getting the baskets to sit right would be awkward unless you used multiples to stack them. I could see that. Because, yeah, I don't know if they'll let us place a table up there. I hope so, but it would not surprise me if it won't. Big baskets on their ends. Oh, on their ends. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Every good wall has a few people buried in it. Fair enough. The Egyptians were notorious for cannibalizing other people's... by other people, I mean other pharaohs, still Egyptians. Giant projects for their own. And he is absolutely right that they have found many a corpse inside said buildings. And not like burial, but like so-and-so died here and they just kind of walled it off. Alright. Nice and well protected. And we can do, here. If we put this right smack in the middle here. And then we go pointing south. We can back up a little bit and crab walk. Whoop. No, we want it straight. We can crab walk over here. And then without moving, and start our new fence. Sure, why not? But I do want to leave a gap down over here. Because we actually get out this way quite a lot. And you know what we could do? Now, I was going to say we could put one of the gates in here, actually. But, I don't think that's a good idea. Wow, that's actually just about the right size for one of the panels, too. It looks like it's supposed to be there. When you build a stone wall, you build two sides with some connecting stones, and you fill up the middle with dirt and junk. Yep, and sometimes people. Yep. Look at that, we even have some bushes that'll be safe inside. I looked at the schedule and I got the day off. I was off this week. Wrong. I thought it was today but yesterday, so I stayed home and played games. Awesome. It's always nice to stay home and play games. So let's see, we need another 210 worth of logs. That panel really doesn't want to get finished. There we go. This entire wall is a frippery. It's something that I like because it makes me feel secure, but it is entirely unneeded in the course of this game. Oh, I guess most of the decoration that we've done is entirely unneeded, but it's hard to justify doing this when you're trying to scrape as many coins together as you can, but now we are where we are. It's actually a perfect time to do stuff like this. Oh, we can move now. One, maybe two more trips. Saw a video of a watchtower in their town. Looked like a windmill with just a roof and no walls. Yeah, James, that's exactly what our watchtower is. You might not have been on when we built it. But this is our watchtower. It's a windmill with a roof and no walls. Lets us see right over the fence. That tree. We should cut down that tree. That way you can see straight up the road. Well, I guess you could just stand over here and see straight up the road. That's what Melody was talking about, putting some tables or some makeshift tables up there to put some bows and arrows. I wanted to put some torches, but realistically it's probably better to do it the way that we did anyway. Because if you put torches in the front, you're going to night blind your watch people. And if you put torches in the back, you're going to backlight them for archers. So it is probably best not to have torches up there at all, realistically speaking. It's really hard to build a fence with a bow. I'm not going to say it's impossible, because somebody will prove me wrong, but it is very difficult. I could light up the road. That's not a terrible idea. I really like the idea of our fence, though, the way that it is. I like how it looks. I'm very happy with how the fence is turning out. Let's see, 6, 12, 24, 36. 36 more logs. We're almost there. And we even have some green space and some space to put other stuff up. Oh, there's a bunch of bushes still in here. Okay, this actually works out really nicely. I'm really happy with how this looks. And I don't feel like our flank's wide open anymore. Even though there's nothing that wanders, I do not like how that felt. Alright. It'd be fun to be in real life farmer. Yeah. Oh, did they run? I didn't even notice it, James. I'll have to check that out in, Whoa! That was new and exciting. Oh, and Stesso missed that one, too. He misses all the good throws. He started clipping them a while back. I think, for the most part, in Season 2, he's clipped every time that we've been launched off the horse. There we go. Yeah. And we've got this little doorway for us to get out. You know, we could always put a low fence here because the NPCs are too stupid to get over a low fence, but that way we could hop it. Like if we put a stone fence right here. Like so. We can jump that, and our horse can jump that, but the NPCs won't be able to use it. And that poor kid's going to have to walk all the way back around as soon as we finish that off. Quick, where's some rocks? Do you know, realistically, we could block off the front as well and just hop it ourselves? That would give us complete protection. Oh, no, they don't have to be there either. But that would give us complete protection from any AI, except they don't wander, so it's really not a big deal. That side might be important because the wolves will chase us into our village. It is not quite far enough to lose their aggro. So by putting that there, I think they'd have to run too far to get to the front entrance, which is now the only entrance. It's okay, he wakes up the next season in his bed, right? But that would keep the wolves from potentially following us home. And we don't really have to worry about bandits wandering, so... Yeah, they're not ready to shear yet. There we go. So now we can get in and out easily. And any wolves following us can't. They're going to have to run all the way to the front, which I believe is too far for their aggro. Because if I recall correctly, the couple of times they did chase us into the village, they got about halfway through where the fields are, and then turned around. So they're not going to make it all the way to the front gate. Because they chased us up this alleyway to about here, and then they went home. So this should protect us from the wolves now. Of course, we don't have a straight shot to run in anymore either. We're going to have to go around to get to the entryway, but that's alright. That is perfectly alright. I'm very happy with this. So let's see about... 6-1. Let's do 4 logs. I like those tables better, they're bigger. This is still housing. Great, now I'm going to get lost in suburbia hell even more often. Not sure how well this plan was thought through. Okay. So let's see if it'll let us put this up there. If it won't, we can, this looks more like a colony than a traditional village with how straight everything is. Well, if Psych was a city planner... Yeah, I don't know that it's going to let us put these up here, Melody. I think we might have to go with your idea of the... Yeah. It's not going to let us put them up here. We are going to have to go with your idea of the baskets. You said the large baskets and the And just a couple of planks laid across the top. Put on end, right? Our village is immaculately straight. It really is. Everything is nicely squared off. Yeah. Tall end, right? So that you get it as high as possible. Alright, let's, I think those are in the workshop 2, if I remember right. Nope, those are the mediums, so it must be workshop 3. Large wicker crate, as opposed to the basket, I'm assuming. Oh, crap, I forgot to see what it took to actually make. Let's see here. Workshop. Just sticks. Just sticks. So, 16-ish sticks. And then we can take... So we want 32-ish. So I'm assuming we want 2 of them. Well, we need 2 of them, one for each end. But I don't think 4 is going to be so hard to line up. I don't think it's going to be worth the effort. Even if we only get 1 plank instead of 2, I think it's going to be better just to go with 2 of them. That just says wicker crate. It doesn't say large wicker crate. I guess just go with it. Alright, then we'll grab a couple of planks. We'll see what we can do with these. Nope. Right after we starve to death because of decoration. I think the fields are done. Are all the fields done, or is it just these? Nope. Oh, whoa. One field's still going. It's in Village 2, Field 3. We'll see how it goes. So I'm thinking, because this is the entry, I'm thinking putting it over here is probably for the better. Because you don't, I would say like here, it would give you a little bit of cover, but it's going to get in the way. Have you ever had a camp respawn the next season with the same stuff back? Yes, actually, James, we have had that happen a couple of times. Thankfully, they don't spawn near anything that you've made, kind of like how you can accidentally kill the spawns for bears and things, or purposefully, depending. But yes, we have had them respawn a couple of times. Ah! That was a lot of effort just to have it fall. So let's do this way. And we can turn it this way and this way. Oh. And turn it back. Get it as straight as possible. Put it down low. Let it go. Pick it up. Yeah, the openings towards each other would probably look better, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, I wish there was a copy-paste function. I really, really do. Well, why would I go and do something sensible like that, Melody? Oh, I went the wrong way again. No, no! Aw, you. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna end up the way I want it. Maybe. Maybe if we put it here. That's close. Now can we cheese it this way? No, no! I feel like their decoration system was designed with me specifically in mind to drive me absolutely insane. That's my theory. They don't know who I am. They've never met me. But it was designed specifically to fuck with my head. That's my theory. Yeah. No, one at a time. This might actually be one of those instances where it is better to be in third person. I got that remarkably close. I don't know that I could do that again if I tried. Because that was completely 100% winging it. Well, I would imagine that they had some terrain building tools that they used for the entire map that are presumably significantly more intuitive than this is. Alright, now as long as my dumbass doesn't run into that when I'm coming up the stairs too fast, we're in good shape. That actually does look pretty good. I think, though, I would like to put some storage crates down here. If it'll let us. I don't think it'll let us do a chest. I want to do something low so that we have something that we could use as essentially a bulwark to crouch up here with a bow and at least be semi-covered. Suppose we could always turn the crates sideways and maybe stack them too high? I don't know. Buckets of arrows. I don't know that I can get a significant amount of arrows in a bucket. I think that would drive me insane. I want to put a longbow up here, and then maybe lay out 4 or 5 arrows on top, and then call it good. Because as much difficulty as I had getting those fucking spoons in the bowls, oh my. This actually looks really cool with everybody in it. Let's see if we can get a good angle on this. There we go. That's a good screenshot. The tavern actually being used. And it looks good. Who'd have thought, guys? Kazimira! Nope. I was gonna say, I'm taken aback that our wife is at the drunkard's table, but if you guys remember the courting process with her, we should not be even a little bit surprised that she is at the drunken table. Melody, we are actually intentionally not paying our taxes to get the achievement for the tax debt. And then we will pay the taxes. Yeah. Because normally I do that the first morning of spring. These guys look so lonely out here with these tables. And then the bar's all filled up. Nope, our wife liked talking about booze, and she liked talking about bawdy jokes, and yeah, she is a character, and I am very happy that we married the one that we did. But it should not actually surprise us at all that she is at the drunkard's table. All right, let's go ahead and go to sleep. Wait, can we? Did the animals already go to bed? I think they did. I think the yard's empty. Yep. So we might be able to shear the sheep at this point. It's close enough to the end of the season, but maybe not. This is actually a really, really good spot to stop, though, because it did just hit 8 o'clock. So we're going to shift the season, see if we get an event, and see if we get the achievement. I don't know if we have to hold it for a whole year or what. Oh, there's the achievement. Have a tax debt of at least 5,000 coins. Hey, our kid's got a quest, too. You know what? We'll leave that be for now. Where'd our wife go?
How are you?
I have a favor to ask you. Can you take this money to the Castellan? It's not spring. We don't have to pay them yet. Yes, we do. Perfect.
Goodbye.
Alright. So there's our debt taken care of. And our kid's got a quest. It is 8 o'clock, though. So I think we are going to stop here. I really like the way that the lights turned out. Being in Middle Ages drunk, I imagine that would be a terrible lot of fun, Alex. They didn't throw people in prison for shit like that back then. They just all looked at you funny. I really like the way that the torches are working out, though. I want to keep up with that around the entirety of the wall. I'm very happy with what we've got going on up in the watchtower. I do need to flesh that out a little bit more, though. I want some kind of cover for us to crouch behind. And I want to get a bow and some arrows up on the table. We got our wall all the way around our village now. I'm very, very happy with how this is starting to turn out. And I'm very grateful to you guys for the ideas that you've been throwing at us for the deco. It's very, very awesome. But it is that time of the night. We will not be streaming tomorrow, unfortunately. We are having the get-together for my grandmother's memorial. We were supposed to do it today, but we shifted it to tomorrow because we had some cousins that couldn't make it on time. But if you guys learned anything useful, or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. Either way, have a fantastic rest of your night, guys. And thanks for watching. We will catch you on Monday. You too, James.